And then there were 13. Math is math, and welcome to our final episode of Game Day Recap. Can you believe it? 18 weeks have flown by in the NFL, and here's what the final regular season Sunday looks like. We're going to go through all of the matchups here on Game Day Recap, or most of them, but I can tell you we had a historic day for the Cleveland Browns. We had a wild day in the NFC South. We'll tell you who is advancing from that division into the postseason. And we've also still got one team still waiting to get in the postseason. Sunday Night Football just kicking off. So let's set the stage for you as we transition into the playoffs. Our Game Day crew, as always, our OG crew is back with us. We got the mayor, Pete Prisco, joining us here on
One last hurrah, baby.
One last hurrah with the crew. We've got our GM, Carthon, joining us, and our running back, Damien Harris. Fellas, how we feeling last Sunday here? It flew by.
First of all, I'm feeling blessed because we got a great crew up here. We've had a great show all year long. We got the positivity bunny over there staring Pete Prisco right in the face. No, you did. You thought you did. You can't kill positivity, Pete Prisco. You cannot kill positivity. Sign of how this year has gone for us. So I'm excited for
First of all, can we talk about Haley's outfit today? Woo! She channeled her inner Jackie Kennedy, came with her Jackie Kennedy vibes.
It's like Elle Woods. Last week you guys made fun of me because I look like, what was it, when we decided the Flintstone? Wilma Flintstone. So today I went a little Elle Woods. I started the show in all pink. I'm finishing the show in all pink. I feel like I better set the tone. We started this show kind of having some questions about the Broncos. But here we are, week 18, Pete, and maybe some of those doubts have gone away. Either way, they are officially the #1 seed in the AFC. What do you think about that?
Well, look, they're flawed, like a lot of teams in this league are, but they're great on defense. We know they're great on defense. I mean, they get after it on that side of the ball.
We need to bring that money closer.
Look, every team in the league is flawed. We know that. But this team is great on defense. They can shut people down, and when you play great defense in the playoffs, they're going to be a real threat. And you're at home. I mean, look, that place is a tough place to play. You guys have played there. It's hard to play in that stadium and in that altitude. The other side of the coin is, offensively, they don't score enough points. They don't drive the ball down the field, and that is concerning to me. So, good defense, concerned about the offense going into the postseason.
Yeah, a lot of the same, but like you said, that home field advantage is going to be huge for them. And for everything you said, first of all, that place is hard to play in. It's loud. The fans are going to be going crazy. But we can sit here and pretend like it doesn't factor in, but that altitude is going to be a problem
100%.
For teams coming in, especially those skill position guys that are running around, those DBs having to chase those receivers up and down the field. And so it's going to really factor in, really should help this team. But like you said, Pete, you can pick 1 through 7 at this point, and you can find why each team is flawed at this point.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I'm not as concerned about the offense. And the reason why is because they don't turn it over a lot. A lot of teams that we see struggle on offense, they give the ball to the other team. Bo Nix hasn't really done that. He takes care of the football. And
as of late.
As of lately, yes, as of lately. And I do understand he doesn't push the ball down the field. Pete, I know that's a big thing that you like to critique about him, but it's something about when you have a quarterback that doesn't turn the football over and you've got that defense. You play good defense, you've got home advantage, you play in that, in that stadium, in that altitude that we're talking about. If you just don't turn the ball over, if you're Bo Nix, if you can get a run game going with RJ Harvey, this can be a team that potentially could go all the way because we all know the AFC, the NFC, the entire thing, it's wide open.
When we talk about the Broncos, though, and I feel like every week we've had this conversation, there's been an asterisk next to them because we're waiting for them to do something big. But, I mean, when you look at what they've done this year, they're the 9th seed in team history, so that's obviously accomplishment history-wise. They had a franchise record 68 sacks. They tied for most wins in a season in team history. And yet, Pete, I wrote this down earlier. You said, and I quote, do the Broncos scare anybody on offense?
She coming with receipts.
No, they don't.
But it's a good conversation to have.
And by the way, they won a lot of close games this year, so you can look at that from 2 angles. Does that tell you you're playoff ready and ready to be able to win those close games that you're going to need to win in the playoffs? Or does it mean that you've been fortunate to the point to get to where you are? You can look at it both ways. I'm concerned about their offense. I am. And the last team to play them, to go in there and actually play that is a playoff team was who? The Jaguars, and they beat the daylights out of them. They beat them up and down. And so that's concerning if you're the Broncos. Well, they did.
No, here's what I got to say about the one-score games. To me, in a playoff atmosphere that it's going to come down to one-score games.
Exactly.
And they have been in that situation multiple times, and they should know, like, okay, we've been here before.
Yes.
We know how to respond. We know how to go about this. And so they may not feel the same pressure as another team who hadn't played as many close games.
Yeah, and again, I'm going back to the quarterback, Bo Nix, when he doesn't turn the football over, and then he plays with that type of situational awareness that allows you to win those one-possession games. Like, those are things that are just going to benefit him in the future. And I think that relationship that him and Sean Payton have developed in terms of, how to manage these situations, knowing that when you get to the playoffs, it's not going to be 20-point wins. It is going to be one-score games. How do you find a way to pull those out? It's by having better execution in the more serious moments of the game, and they're doing that right now.
When you look at both one seeds, it's interesting because the Seahawks, of course, locked up the NFC one seed. Broncos today doing it. Those two teams met in Super Bowl 48. Seattle won that pretty handily, 43-8. I guess, Ran, as we kind of tie a bow here on what's to go forward here with Denver, what are your thoughts on these two one seeds? It's obviously not the two teams that we picked at the beginning of the season, but now that we're here based on the body of work, do you favor one or the other?
No, I mean, you look at the common denominator between the two. They have strong defenses, and they lean on their defenses. And both of the places, the venue in which they play with, are tough places for people to come on the road and play. So if you're either one of those teams, whether you're the Seahawks or the Broncos, you couldn't have asked for a better script than to host the entire playoffs if you're making it through, because you present problems. We know what Seattle is, and that 12th man, and how loud that place is, how they've been on the Richter scale for how loud and registering as an earthquake because of how loud that place is. And we've talked about the altitude there, so if you're the Broncos. So I think if you're both of those teams, you're happy that they have to come through. You get a week off.
Yes, you do.
You get a week off so you can rest your guys, you can get your body right, and you can give the coaches time to now run the gamut of who they may play and be able to game plan better.
When you look at this, Pete, and we take it away here, but the AFC playoff picture as a whole, what is the best matchup for Denver after the bye? What do you think?
If you could play the Chargers again?
Yeah.
I mean, ideally, you'd like to play the Chargers again. The Chargers aren't very good on the offensive line, and we saw that today. They got after them. But the flip side of that is Denver was actually playing for something, and Bo Nix threw for 141 yards in that game. So you can look at it from that standpoint. That defense for the Chargers is tough, but of all the teams, you want to play the Chargers.
You want to play the Chargers. All right, well, Denver, the good news for them, they get a little bit of a break. To your point, they get to host as well. They are the #1 overall seed in the AFC. It's time to talk about a few more teams coming up. We're going to hit a break here on Game Day Recap. Stumbling over my words here because we've got quite the race when it comes to the MVP conversation. Is it Matt? Is it Drake? Our experts will debate after the break.
When you need your sports news all the time,
we've got breaking news to bring to you.
CBS Sports HQ gives you a snapshot of all the sports that matter to you.
Big news coming out of the NFL. A lot of movement in the rankings this week.
With highlights.
What a finish at the final round of play.
And in-depth analysis.
Can they three-peat? Tony Romo joins the conversation.
What can you say about this game?
When you need your sports in a snap,
we're bringing you that breaking news right here on HQ.
Find it on CBS Sports HQ. Streaming free anywhere you are.